All right, everybody, welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles. Today, I want to give you this is gonna be a short video, and I'm not opening anything, but the Donruss 2025 first off the line is coming out this week, and I've been looking it over, thinking about it, and I wanted to give people a heads up because many people who watch my channel have been open to opening unlicensed product, which this is. And there are some things about this that I think are really interesting and make it potentially a good deal. So I'm going to go through that and just give you guys a preview of 2025 Donruss Baseball, specifically the first off the line box. So these go on sale. So today is the 12th. So this go on sale today's the 10th. These go on sale June 12th at 11 Central. So 12 Eastern, 11 Central. Figure out your time zone from there. They run Dutch auctions for most of their first off the line products. If you're not familiar with that, this actually gives you a nice little graphic on here. So at 11 o'clock, they will be available for $500. Every 5 minutes, they drop the price of the product. So at 11:05 Central, it'll drop to like 490, 480, whatever they decide to drop it by for the intervals. And then you can buy it at that price. And if you don't want to, you wait 5 more minutes, then you get it at the next price, so on and so forth. And the bottom is $200. So it could sell out at 300 and there's no more left, and $300 is the floor, and that's the cheapest price you can get them at. But I know several basketball products lately have hit the floor. I was watching Panini Select 2024 baseball, and the floor was 175, and it sold out at 187.50. So it sold out just before the floor. And as these get down towards that $200 price mark, I think there's potentially some really good value here for this product. And let me show you why. So this goes through the Dutch auction. I got a couple different windows up that I'll show you here. So let's not look at the photo exclusive. So the base Donruss hobby box this year is going to include 3 autographs or memorabilia. That's the same as Select. These are paper cards. Donruss is a lower value brand, so they're going to be a little less valuable than Select, so factor that in. You're going to get 24 inserts or parallel and 24 optics. I believe each of those could be a pair. Certainly some of them could be parallels. I believe some of them could be numbered as well. So you're going to get some number of numbered cards with that as well. So again, it doesn't have the exact specifics on here right now, but you're going to get a good shot at numbered cards. You're going to get a guarantee 3 autos or mems. I suppose there's the 3 mem box that's out there that you want to try to avoid. There's also probably the 3 auto box. You're very likely going to get 1 to 2 autos. You're probably going to more than likely get 2 to 3 mems, right? So for the hobby box itself, it's actually pretty similar to Select in terms of what you get. And so let's say the floor is $200. It's probably not a great buy at $200 for that price. I'd probably be looking in more the 125 to 150 range for what you get out of there. Obviously, none of these are out yet. And actually, I'll show you next. The checklist isn't out either, which is another negative as of right now. But let me show you why this is really interesting, and that is these 2 lines right here. So with the FOTL boxes, the first off the line, you're going to get a guaranteed auto numbered 6 or less. You're also going to get 3 exclusive glitter parallels numbered 7 or less. Cards numbered 10 or less are highly desirable, licensed or unlicensed. I've learned a lot from buying Select and selling Select and etc. So I've got, let's see if I have any around here. Cards numbered in Topps, anything numbered has some value. In Select, I think the highest numbered cards were either 249 or 149. Those don't hold a ton of value, but as you go down and get under 100, into the 50s, into the tie-dyes at 25, into the golds at 10, those cards hold some value. It's not equivalent to the Topps value, but I just sold, for example, a Kevin McGonigal gold to 10 for $40. I bought it for under, I want to say shipped, it was about $15. Those cards are desirable for the right players at the right time, the right parallel. The lower the number, the better. So you are going to get 4 cards numbered less than 10, one of which is going to be an auto. We do not have the entire checklist of who's signing and who's all in the product yet, and I'll go to the Beckett site here in a second. but this is on the Panini site, so you can see you've got a very highly coveted prospect for the Rockies, Charlie Condon here. You've got Dylan Cruz as a rookie card this year. These are some of the parallels. I don't know which ones they are. Travis Bazzana, another coveted rookie. Now, again, they are unlicensed. They also don't typically have veteran players, but Paul Skeens is in this set. So here's a Paul Skeens signature series. I believe this is a throwback to 97 is what they were touting. And Aaron Judge has been in some of these products, and Gunnar Henderson. So they seem to have these exclusive contracts with a few current players, and they try to get some of the big ones so that there's a draw to the modern players as well. And in addition, they also will have these veteran players. So Kirby Puckett is oftentimes one. Here's Manny Ramirez, Ricky Henderson. Don't quote me on all these names. These are the cards that we know about right now. But there's been Ricky Henderson was in select. Cal Ripken was in select. Other Hall of Famers, Ken Griffey Jr. was in select, right? So they typically get a good range of veterans, prospects, and a few stars from the current MLB product. Let me go to the checklist here, and this is the one thing, and this is Beckett has those same pictures. Does have a Cal Ripken, which I don't think was on the other site. So Cal Ripken's in this set to some extent, but usually down here there is a checklist of who's in the set, and they don't have that yet. 2 days before the set goes live, so it's a little disappointing that you can't go through and see who's all in the set because that would help tip the scales as to whether this would be a great product or not. But like I said, if the floor hits on this at $200 and you can get a hobby box of FOTL that has 4 cards, one numbered for under 10, numbered to 10 or less, and the rest of the normal hobby box inclusions, I think that's a product that's worth buying. And not only do I think it's a product that's worth buying, that's a product that I'm going to be watching that day to see if they floor out at 200, or again, maybe you get antsy and you're like, hey, I'd be willing to pay 215 for that. I think that's a reasonable price for what you're getting here. Cards numbered this low are just not easy to come by. Imagine this hits 200, right? That's about 7 select blasters, or one select hobby box plus 1 blaster. And are you going to get this in that configuration that I talked about for select? You're not. Now, again, these are paper cards, a little less desirable. I understand that. I think the odds are pretty good here. And normally with FOTL products from Panini, you get 1 FOTL exclusive. So the fact that you are getting 4 FOTL exclusives here, again, I think this is a product to watch. This is Thursday, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. If you're interested in unlicensed product, I would bookmark this and bring this site up if you can monitor it and watch to see where this price goes. Because as it approaches 200, the closer it gets to 200, the better value it gets. And if you're open to unlicensed baseball, this is one I'd consider for your channel, or if you're just a person who doesn't have a channel and you're just a regular hobbyist buying as well. I think there's value here in this product, and I wouldn't push it if I didn't think there wasn't. Now, again, we don't have the full checklist. Maybe everybody else on there is a dud, but we know what we know. We've got some top prospects that are listed. We've got at least one huge veteran chase in Paul Skeens with some autos. You've got Hall of Famers that are desirable. Here's a Nick Kurtz. We didn't show this one before. Here's a prospect, and I know he's in Bowman. So a lot of these guys are in Bowman. You're already looking for them in Bowman. Here's an alternative to that. That's a lot cheaper. This is what you're guaranteed to get is a lot better than a Bowman hobby. Now I know the Bowman, if you hit the right cards and the right players, are going to be more valuable long term. Everybody's watching their budget. I would just say be open to this product. So I'm going to be watching this on Thursday. I don't have a ton of money to spend, but if this floor is at 200, it's going to be hard for me to resist buying one of these for myself to open on the channel because I think the value is there. And again, if you hit the right players, this could be a box that returns you some money in the end. So let me know what you think as well. Tell me what you think about this product. See if it's something you'd be interested in. Hopefully this helps somebody out. I'm posting this on Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully this gives you a couple days to see it. Obviously, if you see it after the photo auction happens, not a ton of info here for you. I'm going to try to do more like this going forward as well. So if you find this valuable as well, give me a like or leave a comment and say, hey, I appreciate this. I'd like to see more of this. And I will try to stay on top of some of these launches, specifically from Panini, and give you my take on them ahead of time so that you are clued in, because not everybody's going out and checking the Panini website every day. So give us a like and subscribe. And remember, girls are collectors too.